hotel is basically the bed, the bathroom, and the breakfast. Because you don't spend any time in the hotel, you're a business traveler. Let's begin from that end. So Vaneeta, tell me, what are the new developments in bathroom technology, and how are they changing the way people are using the bathrooms? I believe there's a difference, say the way the Japanese use bathrooms and the way Indians use bathrooms and the European. Can you just explain it all to us?
Taking a clue from your point, what is happening is earlier the hotels used to use a lot of marble, granite and all, which of course was one of the reason of this slippery instance. But now, anti-skid tiles are coming up, and we are moving from the bathtub concepts to the shower cubicle concept, which is more practical and more used by the guest. So that is changing a lot of things, because there the guests feel more comfortable.
Right.
Bathtub is more slippery proposition.
Yeah, exactly. I've always found it a risky proposition. Reetha, tell me, what about now this is a 13-year-old hotel we learned. So 13 years ago, it must be a very different ball game. And I guess it was the construction must have started in the late 90s, say 1999 or something, So how much has, in these 15 years, what has happened to the, to the bathroom and the way they are designed, What are, when say a hotel is like a shell, are there particular requirements that are now in place that you have to ensure stay in place?
Normally people use anti-skid tiles, but we are starting our renovation. So right now we have anti-skid mat for the guests, instead of using the bath mat or anything. So it's safer for the guests, slippery.
Yeah, and I've seen the anti-skid mats. The mats generally stick to the floor. So
it gives a vacuum.
Yeah.
And it sticks on the floors.
Yeah.
So it's not dangerous for the guests. When they come out from the bathtub,
Right.
it's safer for the guests.
Right. Coming to to Sareena, basic bathtubs are no longer that much in vogue. But there was a time when hotels used to say we have a 4-fixture bathroom and 5-fixture bathroom and all. So what has happened now? How do your sales teams sell this very important feature of the hotel?
See, the Japanese clients, they are very, very keen to have the bathtub because they enjoy their bath. As a bath is a very important thing in the hotel. So we do proposition of bathtub as well as the shower cubicles also, especially in suites and few rooms of executive cadre. So there we try to give, like now we have the marble and the granite floors are passing now. We are come up to the tiles, and they are anti-skid tiles. And like in Lemontree hotels, we have 8x8 tiles. The cladding is done through tiles. They are economical. It's easy to maintain. The cleaning cost is very, very low. And that's how we survive.
Yeah, talking about cleaning costs, say, how much has it gone down, say from the days when it used to be marble and granite?
Yes, of course, a lot of effort. Lot of effort in cleaning the marble. We used to have the proper gloss, say 90 to 100% gloss.
Right.
And in tiles, it's hardly, it's a manpower cost is very low in maintaining tiles and in compared to marble.
Yeah.
And earlier used to talk about, it used to be 5 to 6 rupees per bathroom, per occupied room. But now it has come to 1 rupee 90 paisa.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah. So and plus we save a lot of manpower also.
Yeah.
Like in Lemontree, that's the we have the ratios on 1:1 and 1:2.8. It's very crucial for housekeeping to have the correct manpower.
Exactly.
So when we make hotels, we take care of all these propositions in mind while we construct hotels.
That's interesting, because I think we'll be soon talking about revenue management, and I guess one of the biggest factors in revenue management is cost controls. And I always believe that the housekeeping department does the most in terms of savings, But, as I mentioned in the last conclave too, I don't think you get enough recognition for that, So I think a big hand for the housekeeping teams. I think a very important and invisible force like chefs and all have become superstars, but I think you deserve a lot, a big hand to begin with. So Sareena, coming back to you, sorry, this whole thing about cost controls and all. Now, I was sometimes I also like at the Park Hotel, for instance, I was once quite surprised to see. I think your hotel chain is the first to do that. You had the see-through bathroom, and now it has become very common. You have instead of a wall, you have a glass wall. What is the idea behind it? Though of course you have, you can always pull down a curtain or something. Not that it matters when you're alone, but what is the idea of having this see-through sort of bathroom? And,
See, since it has become very easy for us to maintain that way, because again, if you would have a granite or a marble wall there, it becomes a little difficult for the maintenance. Now with this sandwich kind of a glass, glass cleaning is much more easier than and much more economical also.
Right.
And the designers, I think so, have understood the plight what housekeepers have to go in maintenance.
Okay.
So in tandem with that, we've come.
More aesthetic appearance.
Yeah, and also it doesn't look as if it's a separate unit
it gives
altogether.
a space.
Yeah.
It gives a space. And the room looks bigger, and it gives a very nice aesthetic
because
appearance.
I've often wondered, in fact, I sort of got I sort of have thought through, and I got the impression that it had something to do with that feeling of space, but there's also a very practical consideration of maintenance, and I think that is taken well care of by this development. Reetha, do you think, like, if you were to name like 3 real cutting-edge technologies today, which are being used in bathrooms, not just in designing bathrooms, but also in maintaining bathrooms, what are they? And say new techniques or new skills that have come into the market. You talked about the anti-skid mattresses, for instance. Are there something very new that has come in, say, faucets which are different, or like?
Then guest comes, they prefer this shower cubicle and other things.
Right.
So that way, most of the hotel have the shower cubicle, taken care, and plus.
Shower cubicles I've seen now they have something called the sky.
Stylish shower head also.
Rain shower.
We
Yeah.
could use rain
Yeah,
showers,
rain shower,
and the lighting is a very important factor in our bathroom, considering because everybody has to be at ready in the bathroom. So that is there. Of course, as I said, the V-group tiles are available, which are easy to clean. They don't have mildew in the grooves. So they help us. So
What tiles did you say? V?
see, like when we have 2 tiles
Right.
together,
Right.
when
The in the sides. Yeah, there's always a
Groove.
Yeah.
there's a groove in between, so this is called a V-groove.
Right.
So that helps.
So the mildew doesn't collect there. So Reetha, like, what is? How long have you been in this profession? How long have you been a housekeeper?
Yeah, last 27 years.
What has changed in these 27 years?
Yeah, before we used to like normal manual cleaning and all.
Right.
Now we have all the techniques like technology like vacuum cleaners and all those things
Right.
are out.
Right.
Marble polishing machines are out. So it's easy for the staff also to maintain the area.
So how long does it take today to turn around a room than what it used to say about even 5 years ago?
It used to be like 25 minutes we used to take to clear a room. Now
Right.
it's 15 to 17 minutes.
Wow,
we
okay.
can-
So you can
Maximum.
turn around more rooms at a shorter time.
Yeah, that's.
The physical labor has also reduced,
Right.
with the mechanized thing,
Right.
it becomes a little more easier for us to do.
Right.
Now the chemicals, we talk about cleaning
Yes.
chemicals. Earlier we used to get, a Vim powder. And we used to clean it with Vim powder. I'm talking about 30 years back.
Yeah.
But now Diversity has come up with a lot of solution for us. We have multi-purpose cleaners, and which hardly takes time. Like we can clean the bathrooms within 7 minutes.
7.
So we have reduced from 15 to 7.
Wow.
So that is a great boon.
That's particularly important when you're talking about upscale hotels, where there's so much pressure on to have minimal staff, and so if you can cut down time, you really, one person can do that many more rooms than in the past, I think.
And we have the microfiber dusters. It's reusable. We can use it, and it's very good for the housekeeping team to do the dusting.
So you talked about V-groove tiles. You talked about microfiber dusters, and these multi-purpose cleaners. So these small things, I guess, make a big difference to your life. They look small, but they're very significant. So now, coming, one of the most difficult parts for me as a consumer in a bathroom is to handle the business of faucets. I just cannot figure out when the sky shower will start working and when I can use a hand shower. It becomes like is there any way you can reduce the number of knobs and like there are these really, it looks very good, very dramatic when you have 10 knobs, but to start using them is a problem. Do you have any thoughts on it, Sareena?
Now new things coming up, there's only one diverter which moves on to either left or right and be able to control the water flow. And the second one is only that one pin which is there for the shower. So much more knobs have been reduced. We do not have taps and all.
Yeah, and the sensors are there now on the wash basin, so they're controlled as.
Yeah. I was coming to that, because now there's so much emphasis on reducing consumption of water, and how much of consumption has these sensors reduced?
See, propositionally, like it depends upon the consumer who is using the wash basin. Earlier, some of the Indians, they just leave the tap open.
Yeah.
And, but as you compare with the sensors, they have really helped us in consumer.
Because like men, for instance, when they shave, they keep the tap open all the time. And someone was telling me how many liters of water every morning the hotel actually loses because the tap is kept open by say 500 men in the hotel. So it works out to be a lot of water. So what are these new technologies, the sensor technologies, Reetha?
Like wash basin, they keep the aerators.
Close to your mic, close to your mouth. Yeah.
They keep the aerators. We can stop the water, high pressure water.
Okay.
Put the aerator.
Right.
Less water wastage will happen.
Right.
That way we can save so much water.
Right. Any technology at the park that is something different, new?
No,
because you're also opening many new hotels.
Yes, we are coming up and we are taking into this technology into consideration, but still we are with the old things, and during our new renovations, we are planning with it.
Right, but I believe Park Delhi is undergoing renovations.
Yes.
So now, in a situation where you're renovating rooms and all, what are the new? How will the bathrooms look different in this new renovated hotel?
See, earlier what used to happen was the hotels always used to be more of a Western culture, and a lot of our guests are Indian also. So while during this renovation, we are making sure that with the WCs we are using a health faucet and all those things, which was a lot of demand from the guests. Because we have a clientele of almost about 40%, which is Indian. So that's
and domestic travelers now are the mainstay of the industry.
Yes. So keeping that in mind, we have introduced health faucet into our rooms, and these parameters are considering.
So that's very good,
Same like here also, we are planning to have health faucets.
We have added the storage spaces in the wash areas. Especially the guests, they come, ladies guests especially, they come with the vanity. So there's much lesser space on the counter to keep. So we have introduced the storage racks under the wash basin counter.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because anyway that's wasted space otherwise. The idea of having faucets in your WC is very good. I hope it sort of happens everywhere. Thanks to Arab travelers, for instance, bidets were introduced in European hotels. And I think, faucets are something we are more comfortable with, so makes a lot of sense. And now, one thing that when you look at the bathroom, there's a TV there, and often I have in a hotel, the only time I get to see the TV when I'm in the bathroom, Now, how important, now I'm seeing increasingly the TV is sort of disappearing. You only have the sound, Is there a reason for it, or is it, do actually people watch TV in the bathroom?
I feel it's just a value added to the premium category rooms.
Right.
We can always promote it that we do have a television in the bathroom.
Yeah, yes, like a little set. But it actually doesn't make a real difference.
Yes, because I think so in the morning, guest spends about 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Where he's sitting relaxed and he can much more focus on maybe the news channel or a sports channel which he wants to. Because once he reaches his room and starts dressing, he's more or less for his...
yeah, exactly. The day ahead, thinking of the day ahead.
Thinking of the day ahead.
Okay, now, this last question, because, I'm a great collector of amenities. Whenever I go to a hotel room, I always pick up a few things to take back home, And so now tell me, a lot of hotels keep promoting, they say that, we have got Bulgari amenities and we've got this amenity and that. Frankly, I love forest essentials, for instance, so I take a lot of forest essential stuff with me home. Now, how important are amenities in, for a guest? And for me, a bathroom is incomplete without the amenities, and how much thought goes into the selection of amenities, and what are the new trends that, that are in play today? We'll begin with you, and, we'll come this side.
What I feel is bathroom amenities are very important, because once you are selecting the amenities, you need to see that it should suit all the skin type.
Right.
It should not be amenity which is allergy, which gives an allergy, and also like we use Kama product which are Ayurvedic
Again,
products.
very well known.
Which are Ayurvedic, and we get a lot of good feedback and positive feedback about those. And in fact, we have created some gift hampers for the guests who would want us to give them. We surely present them with the same to take back home for their family. And all. So that a lot of thought goes into it.
Right.
That's what I feel.
Right. And is there a logic behind the way they are packed? I see every hotel is a different packing style for the amenities. Is there a...
Each company has got their own packing. Like Forest Essential, they have a single lady kit and different variety of amenities they give.
Right.
And Carlson, even we have 5 different products for the bathroom.
What is the brand used in Carlson?
We have 5.
Okay.
We are using for the bathroom amenities.
Right.
So different packing we get.
Right. Okay, so it is all, I guess, it changes from company to company. Yes,
and also it depends upon, a lot of things depend upon the length of the stay of the guest, the packaging, whether it is 30 ml or 50 ml, depends upon your length of the stay.
Okay.
Like in park, we have an average length of stay is about 2 days.
Right.
So it should last the guest for at least minimum 2 days.
Right.
That's how we plan out.
Okay, right. So tell me, Sareena, like what is, for say in Lemontree, how do you go around selecting your amenities? Do you change them every year, or do you sort of...
in Lemontree, we have 90% Indian clientele.
Right.
And so we take care our Indian products. So we have a company called Jackson's who gives us the amenities. And few like soaps and few things we buy from Biotique, moisturizer and so on. And as we are we have eco-friendly practices with us, so we have dispensers, because it's I think it's a waste. A person will use 100 ml, 10 ml moisturizer, the other 20 ml will go waste. So it's better to give the amenities in dispensers, and it is like we save cost also. It's good for guests also, and soaps again, like Vaneeta also said, we give soap according to the length of stay. We don't want encourage wastage. So that's how we start with 25 grams to 50 grams. So if the length of stay is more than 2 days, then we give 50 grams soap. Otherwise, we give 25 grams. So that's because as we have hotels in Aero City, there the room, generally we sell the rooms 5 times to 6 times in a day. So the guest is coming only for a few hours. So we encourage eco-friendly practices.
Right.
Also.
So I guess more and more hotels will take to dispensers, at least I think for hand washing soaps and all. They may look at initially they may, to guests may look tacky, you know. But I think if you're looking at, we all have an interest in preventing wastage. It's not only, good for the hotels. Bottom line is also good for the, the planet as a whole, I think it's a very good move if more and more hotels, get over that initial thing that, okay, we won't have dispensers or soaps, and sort of, and start introducing them. That's a good move. Even now, Reetha, any final words on this?
Dispensers, we use it in our public areas and spa.
Right.
Because it's easy, because many guests comes from outside,
Right.
It's easy for them to use it, not
Right.
for the rooms.
Right.
So, and it's, I think, cost-wise also, it's cheaper than the room amenities.
Right.
Because we can fill it in our dispensers.
Yes. I think there should be, because the amount of soaps and all that get just wasted. And when you're talking about soaps, you're talking about chemicals, we're sort of introducing them into the system, Any last thoughts, sort of from the park?
I think so what we should consider is, like Sareena said, to save the money and look for a betterment.
Right.
And as housekeepers, I think so, though we are considered the expenses department, but we have a thing where we can save the maximum also.
Yeah, in fact, that, I don't know why, like departments like yours are, because you don't earn revenue, you're regarded as an expenses department, but the money you save is actually very important because savings also translate into earnings, I guess as the more and more we interact like this, the more and more the word will get out. And please remember, all the Smart Hotels Conclave proceedings are on our YouTube channel, so people are going to see it. And even as we are speaking, it's being live streamed. Please spread the word around and say that people should watch this proceeding on YouTube. And I think I've enjoyed talking to you. For me, there are a lot of new things I've learned. I'm sure experienced hoteliers must be knowing all this, but our readers will definitely find something very useful.
I love your magazine, by the way.
Thank you very much. Bikramjit puts in a lot of effort. I'm the consultant. I'm just I have a better job. Bikramjit does all the hard work and sort of puts it together. And Bhuvanesh Khanna, who gets us our moolah. Thank you very much, and please big round of applause for the ladies.
Thank you very much.